Something happened today, and anyways, I already came with my book, which one of the favorites, and this is a book that I wish I could recommend. Not only wish, actually, I'm doing so. I recommend to anyone who is trying to find their foot on this earth, handling a lot of things. It's Mindset by Carol Dwecks. It's a woman, but before I read it, I didn't even know that she was a woman. So today I just want to talk about negative labels and how they work. These mostly the negative labels, there are a lot of stereotypes that we ended up associating them to be facts, which in reality are not really facts. These are just some, as you know, stereotypes, but sometimes we tend not to differentiate between stereotypes and facts. And why negative labels, and why am I focusing on that? Because in our society we tend to defend some labels because somehow we ended up believing that that's how things are. I like the way she gave an example, like she was good in mathematics in high school. She got 99% in algebra, 99 in geometry, 99 in trigonometry. So she was even on a math team. But when she advanced, she got to know a particular teacher who didn't believe that girls could do math. So she declined. She didn't believe in herself. She started believing what that teacher said. And I can also picture myself in this. Not that because I declined, but this is something that we had even when I was in high school. Guys are good in science, girls are not good. And I really thank our government for promoting this so that more girls, more women could take up place in the science field. This goes against the fact that people, they don't believe that women can be good in science, and this thing is still prevalent in the science field. Most of the time, the men, they are there, they think that they know everything, and that women, they don't know anything, they're just there because of gender, which is not true. And still this, even though a woman from high school, varsity to workplace, they have conquered that stereotype of women, they cannot do science, they are not good in science, science is for men. Just going through that from high school until to the workplace, keeping hearing that, it demotivates a person. And that's why mindset really matters. Whereby you just have to keep your mind growing, you have to keep the growing mindset. I know there are times when a fixed mindset is needed, yet in such cases when people are more focused on the stereotype without basing anything on facts, you need to keep growing, So everyone knows that negative labels are bad, right? Who doesn't know? So because she's an American, she gave an American example about African Americans knows about being stereotyped as a lower in intelligence, and these are also common stereotypes against black people. This is not racist. I'm not being racist, but it's a fact. The whites or people of color, they think black people are of lower intelligence. I don't know why they have to associate black or color or race with intelligence. I don't know, and I don't know when this is gonna end. Yet it's also for us black people to end this, because if we wait for the color people, whites, Asians, and any other people of color that is not black, to accept that we are also equally intelligent, although not really equally, we possess the intelligence within us, then no one gonna accept us. And then us putting that like, you see, that thing you can only trust it to the white men. They know what they're doing. So are you telling me that you don't know what you're doing? We can do better than that. And she gave some she backed up her writing with the research by Carol Dwecks and Joshua Ellison, that even checking a box to indicate your race or sex can trigger the stereotype in your mind and lower your test score. This is true. It can, if you are not guarding that mind of yours. So almost anything that reminds you that you are black or female, before taking a test in a subject you are supposed to be bad at, will lower your test score a lot. In other studies, they show that blacks are equal to whites in their performance, and females are equal to males when no stereotype is involved. Reason why, people are doing great now, because no one tells. It's not like no one, but it's minimal. It's not more common anymore to be like, girls. Even now, let me say, now they say that, girls are smart. Girls, they know what they're doing, and that's why girls are taking up. So I'm not happy just because now it's favoring girls, because we don't need to stereotype against any sex, race, or nationality. But this is just to show that whenever we label, those labels sometimes, if not those labels, they have an effect on how people perceive things. So it goes on like, when stereotypes are evoked, they fill people's mind with distracting thoughts, with secret worries about confirming the stereotype. People usually are not aware of it yet, and they don't have enough mental power left to do their best on the test. Like, when we're talking about this, like, people performing poorly just because society or many people believe that girls cannot do maths, or boys do better than girls in science, can lower the girls' test score in science field, on the science subject. Like, sometimes they still go on unaware that this stereotype having impact on their mental power. They are unaware, but it does play. So, and then she goes on like, it doesn't happen to everyone. It doesn't happen to everyone. This is true. Most things, they don't apply to everyone. Yet, mainly it happens to people who have a fixed mindset. It's when people are thinking in terms of fixed trait that stereotypes get to them. And negative stereotypes say you and your group are permanently inferior. Only people in fixed mindset resonate with this message. So in the fixed mindset, both positive and negative labels can mess with your mind. When you are given a positive label, you are afraid of losing it. And when you are hit with a negative label, you are afraid of deserving it. Hey, this is too powerful. So when you are given a positive label, you are afraid to lose it. And then when you are given negative label, you're afraid to deserve it. So we spend time just defending that. We don't want to let go of that positive label, like, hey, guys are good at science. Now you don't want to acknowledge that a lady, a girl, can do better than you in science. Funny, right? So when people in a growth mindset, the stereotype does not disrupt their performance. The growth mindset takes the teeth out of stereotype and makes people better able to fight back. You're gonna fight back. They don't believe in permanent inferiority. I'm not inferior, so you're not. This thing, it doesn't just disappear by saying I'm not an inferior. You have to do just like what I'm doing. I'm speaking. And I could have just like, hey, you know what? No one listens to you. But I'm not doing it for you to listen. I'm doing it to improve on my speaking skills. And I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out here so that this all reminds me of the journey that I've came from. Yes, I know people show off results, and that's how it's supposed to be. But for me, it's a different thing. I'm just showing off like, hey, I'm coming from bottom there. I will not put up everything that I've gone through. Not now, maybe when the right time comes. But yet, I'm fighting it. You see, I know, like, ask me what am I fighting now, like sharing this. Being told like books will ruin you. Not everything in books is right. Yes, I know, obviously, but it doesn't prevent me to read. And that's a saying that it just discourages people from reading and finding things that really will be helpful to them. So the growth mindset also makes people able to take what they can and what they need, even from a threatening environment. Do you hear that? So you have to challenge yourself. I know there are a lot of things that you are thinking right off now that you put other people's words that have been said to you loudly, or maybe you have tried to work on that, but then you were welcomed with the putting off, like shutting off thing, whereby like, I go back to your closet where you're coming from. We don't need your opinion here. I can give an example. Today we just had a meeting and we were talking about like people speaking up, like if you don't like to be called something, and everybody like so defending like, no, if you don't like to be called that, then don't call others. Yet people are not really differentiating this. This is not to say that, hey, if I say this is not. You can't call someone what they don't like, but it doesn't say that you should stop talking. Not every joke is bad and not every joke is good.